Next problem. A person has 2500 on hand. He wants to buy hens and sells the eggs. They has to make a profit. He found out that old hens can be bought at rupees 100 each. He finds out that old hens can be bought at rupees 100 each and young can be bought at rupees 200 each. The old hens lays 3 eggs per week and young ones lays 5 eggs per week. Each egg being worth rupees 10. It costs rupees 10 per week to feed a old hen, while for young one it is rupees 18. Assuming that the person cannot house more than 20 hens, how many old and young hens he should buy to maximize the profit? First we have to define decision variables. First we have to define decision variables. First one, we'll define x1 for we have to define 2, x1 for young hens, x2 for old hens. Number of old hens he bought, x2 for number of young. These are the decision variables. Then define objective function. Then define objective function. For objective function, what they have given? The old hens lays 3 eggs per week, right? Old hens lays 3 eggs per week, while young hens lays 5 eggs per week. 5 eggs per week. Each egg being worth 10 rupees. Right. Now this is nothing but the profit which will be obtained from the production. Right. That is nothing but, now we will write in the equation 3x1, that is nothing but 3x1 plus 5x2 multiplication 10, each egg being worth rupees 10, right? So this is called as income. This is called as income because old hen is laying 3 eggs, young hen is laying 5 eggs, each egg is carrying a 10 rupees per egg. So because of that it is called as income. Next, one more they have given, cost. It costs rupees 10 per week to feed a old hen, while for a young one it is 18. Then what they have given? It costs rupees 10 for x1, that is old hen, plus, and it cost rupees 18 for young hen. So this is called as expenditure. It is given in the problem 3x1 plus 5x2 eggs of old hen, young hen, each egg being worth rupees 10, that is called as income, and it costs 10 rupees to feed old hens, rupees 18 to feed young hens. So this is the expenditure. So total max of Z, that is nothing but profit, 30x1 plus 50x2, that is nothing but 10 into 3 30x1, 10 into 5 50x2, minus 10x1 minus 18x2. So we will get 20x1 30 minus 10, 20x1 plus 50 minus 18, 32x2. That is the max of z. So this is called a max of z. Then we have to define constraints. We have to define the constraint. So constraint, in the constraint part, they are given a person has 2500 rupees. A person is having 2500 rupees, means he will buy old hens 100 and young hens which will be cost 200. That is nothing but 100 x1 plus 200 x2. It is a profit less than equal to 2500. This is one. Second one is the person cannot house more than 20 hens. So that is the second. The first constraint is, we'll write here, first constraint. So 100 x1 plus 200 x2 less than equal to 2500. It is a profit. 100 he can buy old hen per old hen, 200 per young hen. So he is having 2500 rupees, and x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 20. This is nothing but he cannot house more than 20 hens. It may be old hens or it may be young hens, or it may be addition of x1 and x2 less than or equal to 20. So last x1, x2 greater than equal to 0, it's called as non-negativity constraint. So this is how we have to solve the problem. Next we'll go for a farmer problem. A farmer is having 100-acre land. It is also a same type of problem, expenditure and cost. We have to define decision variables at the beginning. A farmer is having a 100-acre land. He is having a 100 acre. So full stop. That will become one constraint. We'll explain that later. And then he can sell all the tomatoes, all the lettuces, all the radishes. He can sell tomatoes, lettuce per head and radishes. He can raise the price. He can raise the price. He can obtain is rupees 1 kg per tomatoes, 0.75 per head of lettuce, and then rupees 2 per kg per radishes. You can gain the profit for tomatoes, lettuce and radishes differently. And how much he can build or how much he can produce. The average yield per acre is 2000 kgs of tomato. He will yield 2000 kg tomato and per kg it cost 1 rupees. 3000 heads of lettuce he can produce. It cost 0.75 per head. He can produce or yield 1000 kgs of radishes. Per kg it is rupees 2. This is called as income. Now first we'll define the decision variables x1, x2, x2, x3. x1 is for tomatoes, x2 is for lettuce, x3 is for radishes. Then we have to define objective function. For objective function, first we have to write income. Right. For that we have to write income first. Income already explained. For income, he will develop tomatoes. He will produce tomatoes of 2000 kgs. He will produce tomatoes 2000 kgs. Each carries 1 rupee. Each per kg 1 rupees. So this is x1. And plus he will produce 3000 heads of lettuce. Each heads 0.75. That is x2. And he will yield 1000 kgs of he will yield 1000 kgs of radishes. Each carries 2 rupees per kg. So this is the income. Now we'll write complete income clearly. Right. Then expenditure will write. There are two expenditure: fertilizer expenditure. So in the problem it is given fertilizer is available at rupees 0.50 per kg, and amount required per acre is 100 kgs for each tomatoes and lettuces. So we'll write here 100 kgs of tomatoes and lettuces, and it cost rupees 0.5. It cost 0.5 per kg, plus, right, 50 kgs for radishes. 100 kg is for tomatoes and radishes, 50 kgs for 50 kgs for radishes, that is 0.5. Then another expenditure, labor expenditure. So labor expenditure, it is given labor required for sowing, cultivation, harvesting per acre is 5 man days for tomatoes and radishes. 5 man days for tomatoes, 5 man days for radishes, and 6 man days for lettuce. Sorry, this is x3. 6 man days for radishes, and each cost and labors are available, each labor available for 20 rupees. So this is the income and expenditure we have written. So finally, max of Z is equal to income minus fertilizer expenditure minus labor expenditure. So finally we'll get, after solving this, we'll get, you can solve it by using calculator. We'll get max of Z is equal to 1850 x1 plus 2080 x2 plus 1875 x3. So this is the max of Z. Now we'll write the constraints. So where constraints are, once again I will explain this problem. Constraints: a farmer is having 100-acre land, x1, x2, x3, right? 100-acre land already, he has to yield tomatoes, lettuce, radish, that is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than equal to 100. It is a profit. It is a profit oriented. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than equal to 100. And then man days: 5 man days for tomatoes and radishes, 6 man days for lettuce. So total man days are available 400. These are the two constraints. Those constraints I will write back side. So total available land is 100 acre. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than or equal to 100, because in 100-acre land he has to develop reduce radishes, tomatoes and lettuce, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than equal to 100. The man days available, as I already explained, 5x1 plus 6x2 plus 5x3, but total man days available are 400. These are the two constraints. Along with that, I have to write x1, x2, x3 should be always greater than or equal to 0 as a non-negativity constraints. So this is how we have to solve the problem.